All right. Hello there, fellow YouTubers, Facebookers, and Nixon Watch Owners group. Right here, I'd like to show you my collection of the Nirvana Wobbly Face Sentry stainless steel. Now, some of you may not have known that Nixon actually produced a total of 4 wobbly face watches. The rarest being the second in the watch right here, the all black on black watch. It's a limited edition. They made 150. I have 133 out of 50. The most popular one they sold was their standard yellow face, wobbly face. Then they had, like I said, the all black on black one. That was released around the hour of 6 a.m. on the day it released, and it sold out within 1 hour. Then down the road, they released another wobbly face with an all black watch, but with a blue background, yellow eyes, and a yellow wobbly face. And the next one they released, and the last one they released, was their all antique silver wobbly face watch. Now, I do like this watch a lot, the antique silver wobbly face watch. The only problem I have is that they made the hands the same color as the background of the watch, which makes it a little bit hard to read the time on it. But I do like the watch. And the little unique features that Nixon put on these watches makes them so unique. But before we go over the watches, I want to give you an idea of where the watch came from. Well, Nixon had a product called the Century watch, and they come in all different colors: brass, black, stainless, however you want your watch, in different color backgrounds. I happen to have one that's got the Byron blue, and this is their Century watch right here, which the wobbly face watch was based off of, because it's known to have like a little design on the stem that, turns your watch on and off and sets the time and all that stuff on there. So they took the idea of taking a Century watch, which is a perfect circle, and wobbly it up and making it into a wobbly face. But first, before they could do this, they had to get permission from Nirvana LLC, because they own the rights to the product. Once the rights were acquired, Nixon went ahead and designed some watches, and they came out with this little wobbly face watch right here. And on the side, it's got another wobbly face, but it's reverse colors of what you see on the watch. And it looks like a distressed gunmetal. Now, let's see if I can get the camera to focus here. On the back, you're going to see it says Nirvana Nixon with a squiggly line in between the word Nirvana and Nixon. That squiggly line is supposed to represent the water from the album cover, Nevermind, by Nirvana. The album cover had the famous baby floating in the pool. I thought that was a kind of a neat little tribute. And also, all of them have the back put on crooked. They come that way. That's the way Nixon designed them. They got the Nixon logo. Let's see if I can get that to focus in. Right there on the band. I don't know if you can see that or not. Right there. And it also says Nixon Nirvana on the watch band. This watch is pretty heavy duty. It comes in 42 millimeter in size. Now on to the next one. The all black on black. Just as it is. All black on black. And they don't have anything on the sides, just plain. Then on the back, it's kind of hard to get my camera to focus. But trust me, it says Nirvana with the squiggly water line. Then it says Nixon, and it says 133 of 150. And that one sold out within the first hour. The third one here, I have is the one with the blue background, yellow face, and of course, all black watch. And then they got the little smiley face, if it'll focus, right there on the side of the watch. I believe they're out of this watch too, Nixon is. So right now I know Nixon doesn't have any of these watches for sale. None of these for sale. And I think these have now finally sold out. Now, whether or not they're going to come out with more of these watches, make another batch, for sale, that I have no idea. And then, of course, the last one I have, and you can probably see the hands are hard to see because you're just seeing the face. And right now, I can't even get the hands to zoom in because they made them the same color as the background. It's the only discrepancy I have with this watch. I wish the hands were the same color as the word, like Nirvana, and the face and the little wedges here that make up the hours on the watch. Then you can actually read it a lot better. But it's also got a little smiley face made out of antique silver on the side. And it's nice, but this one doesn't have the curved line. It's got a straight line in the back between the word Nirvana and Nixon. But again, you can see it's put on crooked. That's done intentional. And there's the watch band. You can see the Nixon logo, the word Nirvana, and the Nixon symbol. So these are their watches. They're a set of 4, which are hard to come by. And again, these watches were based off the Sentry watch. And a little disclosure, if you look at the back, see if I can get my hands in here, you can see there's 2 pins on the side. You can squeeze them in and the watch band will disconnect because it's got what you call a quick disconnect watch band. Let me see if I can get it to show up better on my other Sentry watch here. If you look right there, those little pins, you can squeeze them in and it makes the watch band quick disconnect. So that way on these Sentry watches, you can get in there where the pin is in the watch in that tight area and clean all the dirt and things that build up in there from daily usage on these Sentry watches. I thought that was a very good special feature on these watches that made them, something that could be worn daily with the maintenance and upkeep. What these watches are, they're 3-piece Japanese movement with Japanese quartz, and they come in these boxes. Now, as you're going to see right here, this one obviously doesn't have the happy face sleeve on it because I had trouble getting it off the box and I accidentally ripped it. So, not much I can do about that, but they each got their happy faces on them, and they match the watch. And then what do they look like on the inside? So we open one up. We're going to see we have the band Nirvana there. And it says limited edition. And it's got their old saying that they've been using for years, Nirvana. Flower sniffing, kitty petting, baby kissing, corporate rock whores. Now right here, this is your insert where your watch sits, obviously. But when you pull this out, the whole insert does come out, which is kind of hard to do one-handed. Inside, you're going to find a black envelope. In that black, thick envelope, there's going to be extra links. So if the watch doesn't fit you, that's not a problem. When these are brand new, they do come with links. And most jewelers charge around anywhere from $15 to $20. They'll adjust the watch to your size, get it to fit, and you'll be wearing your Nirvana watch. When it does come brand new, and the way you'll know it's brand new, it'll have all the plastic protection on it. For example, the quartz will have plastic you have to peel off, the watch band will. The inside of the watch, over the area where you latch it, all that will have that on there. And you'll even have a little price tag attached to the watch that you need to remove. So that way, if you buy it online, you know it hasn't been used, it's still fresh, and all that. Another good bit of advice is these do run off of a battery. So when not in use, pull your little stem out on the side right there. That'll stop the movement and it'll save your battery. Only engage it when you plan to use the battery. So right here, This is the Nirvana collection. All 4 watches. The whole complete collection of wobbly face watches. Yes, Nixon did come out with other Nirvana watches, but none have sold as good as their wobbly face, because their wobbly face is iconic. It was a design made by Kurt Cobain, and then it was further adjusted and finalized through Griffin Records, and it became their symbol for their band. The idea behind that symbol was from an adult theater that was down the street where Kurt Cobain used to live, and it used to have a picture of a smiley face on the marquee saying, "Have an erotic day." He just took that idea of that smiley face and went ahead and designed the wobbly face for the band Nirvana. Just as all bands throughout the years have had their own iconic logos, such as Rolling Stones, the mouth with the tongue, Aerosmith, the big word Aerosmith, wings on it. Nirvana has their iconic wobbly face. And this is the collection. I'm going to go over it nice and slow so everybody can take a look at it. And there's the box. Well, that concludes this video. I hope you enjoyed and you all have a good day.